Excuse me for me to interruption. Boy, come and the quick reminder to say this coming Friday.
26th of May 2017, we early.
You make me man number one town round town. And it's a Friday evening.
Unavoidable.
Tired of working. Lord, them hear the disco playing. Bim. It make them feel like
Anybody out there?
Ain't no summer say. Burrito will be greater with the disco operator. 588 and a 6-liter. This is digital sweeter. Sit on the filter up with the echo chamber. Watch a man. Play it up, play. And them will tear up the game. Them walk the step with them cast it down them chain.
I have no choice. I thought I would have been able to do it later, man. Happen 10 o'clock tonight. I don't even know how much time I have. It might be half an hour. Apologies. So I just lie in my bed. It's around. You all know BC Paris who writes in the papers? BC told me stop drinking from a big 2-liter bottle and to buy small bottles or get a glass. Because he didn't like how the big bottle look. So if you all like how the big bottle look, tell me, but I bought a case of these. I told him it's a thing. He said it wasn't enough of a thing to do it. So yeah. What you want to talk about? Just lime? Yeah? Last time we had a whole session like this, I would enjoy it. I am really actually testing the feed, they fixed it again.
And don't know the real hardcore, cause sandals are not back to. The thugs them we do where them got to. And won't think twice to shot.
Are you laughing at BC? Tell me buy small bottles. And I call his name.
A beer tough thing come at you when Trenchtown man stop laugh and block off traffic. Then we learn pop off and them start traffic.
Like everybody in traffic.
Been file down and it a beat traffic. Police come in a jeep and them can't stop it. Some say them a playboy rabbit. Get up like a bad habit. So nobody post off if you don't have it. Rastafari stands alone.
Somebody need to make out. Welcome to Chin Rock.
Out in the street, they call it
What's it feel like? Bumping off, staying, what's it like? The numbers going up and coming down.
Play ghost and phantom. The youth them get blind by stardom. Now the king of kings are called. Whole man to picnic. So wave for no one if you with me. To see this operation sick me. Them suit not fit me. To win election, them trick with them down to nothing at all.
Bring the boss himself. Don't bring small Mali when you have big Mali out there. What's it feel like?
They got so much things to say. They got so much things to say right now. They got
Nobody getting bumped off?
things to say. Hey, but I'll never forget no way. They crucified Jesus Christ. I'll never forget no way. They sold Marcus Garvey for right.
Right.
I'll never forget
You see my orchid?
they turned their back on all.
There's a story behind that orchid, eh? I'll share that story soon. But I now have an orchid.
Who you are and where you stand in the struggle. They got so
So today, I ask a question. I ask, you summoned Daryl Smith to give a report for $92,000 he squandered in 3 days. But Rohan Sinanan costing this country $92,000 every day for the past 2 months. They ain't called for a report yet. Who you fooling, Rowley? I get my shirt, you know. I have a shirt that says miss me with that, but I save it for Monday. From Insane Creations. That's who doing the shirts. Insane Creations. Lila Machado. She will probably put it in the thread at some point. How to call them. $99 a shirt. They delivering. Yeah, but people seeing me everywhere and telling me the country gone. The country gone. We have a government. We have a government that doesn't understand how to run the country. So a partner just tell me, he said, all they're doing is stealing and grab. And we living in a society with people who just stealing everything. And I don't know how to wake the people up enough to put aside the tribalism so that they want to get in, save the country, interrupt. I don't know. We gotta talk about it. We gotta keep talking. Yeah? Too many people in this country suffering in a country that have too much money. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. So anyway, I didn't really come out to talk serious stuff today. Friday evening. And the numbers, I guess it's too early to call people out. So we wouldn't let this video stand, we just lying.
I remember those days when hell was my home, when me and mama bed was a big piece of foam, and me never like bathe and my ear never come when mama gonna work me.
The news not encouraging. Somebody sent me today because I'm talking about food production, and they sent me empowering our food production, right? And I want you to hear this. Empowering our food production and the University of the West Indies. Now you can get any kind of nonsense in this country for free. But when it comes to important things, the University of the West Indies has a training course series that they're launching in June, right? But the cost of the courses are so ridiculously expensive. I am asking the question, what's the point? You're hanging things where people cannot reach, so what's the point? You're pretending that you have an interest in agriculture, but you don't, because you put it out there, but you make it impossible for people, the average person, to access it. So what is the point? Business basics for agripreneurs. Target audience, potential or present business owners in the agribusiness industry. Cost $2,000. Hydroponics. Target audience, general public. Cost 2,500 TT. Composting essentials. Target audience, general public, farmers, home gardeners, 2,500 TT dollars. Arboriculture, essentials of large tree management. Target audience, landscapers, regional corporation workers, utility company workers, environmental workers. Cost $2,500. That's nearly a month's salary for some of the people that you call there. Computer basics for agriculturists. I don't even know what that could mean, because clearly they have apps for anything now. That's $1,500. I think the University of the West Indies is using this to fool people, because we do not have a government. And listen, we had a government that could tell you, put Kiss Baking Company chairman as your chancellor. But they can't tell you, or they can't fund UE to make these courses free. These courses should be free. These courses shouldn't even be UE courses. These should be University of Trinidad and Tobago courses. These should be courses, plant nutrition and fertility management, 1,500 TT. Aquaponics basics, 2,500 TT, under the People's Partnership government. Devan Maraj had rolled out a program that was teaching you how to be involved in aquaponics, and they were giving you everything that you needed to start, and it was absolutely free. This government don't like poor people. This government here, this PNM government, they need to take the peoples and the movement out of that. That does not have nothing to do with what this government is about. This government is a nasty stinking front for some greedy, cancerous, stink businessmen. Some nasty little disgusting stink bitches. When you see them, they're reeking of corruption, of nastiness, of theft. They look like something out of a bad movie. We have a whole Middle Eastern cabal now that descend on the country like a big black kobo, sucking the life out of the country. I shame my half Syrian roots. I shame. And plenty Syrian people telling me that too. They shame too. And that's just piece of it. When you look at them, they're disgusting and they stink. And they're eating, sucking the country dry. So they could feel like there's something. This People's National Movement government. I keep telling people, until the PNM could come up with a plan. I used to say account for it. Forget account for it. I used to say until they could account for Morva, Beetham, Laventille and Sealots. But they have too many jackass Uncle Toms in the PNM that want to tell you all the people in Morva, Beetham, Laventille and Sealots is black people that come here from small islands and making the PNM look bad. So I'm done with that foolishness. Until they could give you a plan to deal with Morva, Beetham, Laventille and Sealots, and not these jackass members of parliament and ministers that you get as PNM, that they are the ones that start the bullshit about look, they have direct TV and spinning rims. The members of the people, the constituents of Laventille, I don't even know where he is now. Is he Laventille West or Laventille East? Fitzgerald Hine, he failed in one, they put him in the next one. I think he's West now. No, he's East. Because Morva wasn't his constituency. Yeah, that is who is representing them. The next one, he parked his car in Morva today and they bust the glass and thief his iPad and his phone and all kind of thing. The member of parliament. That's the respect PNM people have for PNM member of parliament outside the member of parliament office. You know why? People hungry and they're desperate and they're watching your whole party. They're watching your whole party as nasty and crooked and corrupt. And all the thiefing, so them thiefing too. Them thiefing too. You could go and thief $255 million as TSTT and buy Massey, so what the hell? What they say, if the priest could play? If the priest could play, yeah? Masquerading behind some corrupt little anyway. There are things in this country. I had said once, he who alleges must prove, and a jackass lawyer grabbed that. A jackass. He grabbed it and he said, look, the man he who alleges must prove. But that doesn't mean in situations where there are people in this country who are engaged in all kind of questionable behavior, and there is nowhere for us, the average citizen, to go and report them. I keep telling Trinidad and Tobago how much more letter I will write. I write to the president, I write to the commissioner of police, I write to the integrity commission telling them to fire David West's ass. David West should have been investigated for misbehavior in public office and charged. David West is the head of the Police Complaints Authority, who has authority over police officers, went down in St. James Police Station when his brother-in-law had get arrested for the illegal use of a firearm. Now you tell me, that is your head of the Police Complaints Authority. And worse, I did everything a citizen could do. I wrote His Excellency the President and asked him to revoke the appointment. I wrote the Commissioner of Police and I asked the Commissioner of Police to investigate him for misbehavior in public office. But this is a banana republic. This is the Royal Imperial Majestic. The people from powerful ladies of Trinidad and Tobago. You want to hear high-class clusterfuckery? The people from the powerful ladies of Trinidad and Tobago who climb up on Dana Sitahal corpse to make themselves feel relevant. Tell me that, all right, he do wrong, but we like him there. But what the ass is this? This is a real country? This is a real country? Tell me. Or is this the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of Trinidad and Tobago? This is do what you like land. You could break every rule, break every law, as long as you jam in with the right cabal, you're good. I watched the great grandson of the prophet, peace be unto him, stand up in the parliament looking like Spock. Like an ass, a big man, father of children, dressing like a little boy. Side part and sideburns, a big fool. Your hair grey no ass before you run for election, now you're brown. All you have no consideration for yourself. You have no self-respect or personal awareness. So how can I expect you to care what other people think? To say, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I am frustrated with my country. I'm frustrated with what passes for systems in this country. The Chief Justice, because of his actions, and the Judicial and Legal Service Commission, because of his action and theirs, 53 criminal cases must now start over. Because of the destruction of the reputation and the career of a certain chief magistrate, and the failure to do due diligence when promoting her to a judge that embarrassed the entire judiciary. They have two words: odium and disrepute. Odium and disrepute is used to discharge people from their office immediately. How is Ivor Archie still the Chief Justice of this country? How do the average citizen pry his hands from the judiciary that he and his actions as head of the Judicial and Legal Service Commission has brought into disrepute? So the constitution that serves the people of Trinidad and Tobago, that speaks all of these people's posts into existence, they then take and use it and fly in the face of the people. So you have to watch high-class lawyers make high-class money, get high-class brief to sit down and meet and discuss and to plan and to understand how that clusterfuck took place and why they're still in office. Why? Because this is the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, where a $92,000 rump with 3 assistants could get your Prime Minister's attention. That could get your Prime Minister's attention. But you could screw the people of this country into the ground. You could destroy the sea bridge between Trinidad and Tobago, all to facilitate friends and financiers of the PNM. And you could walk tall, even though you're short nose. When I tell you, I'm pissed with these people. I'm pissed with them, upset. I hate that we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and I watched this jackass, a fellow named Paul Quinn. Paul Quinn asked me how much votes I get in Diego Martin West. I want to take Paul Quinn and hold him by his hand and take him in every one of them voter padding ghetto complexes that exist. You know what they do? They build Victoria Keys and it come out too nice, so they say black people can't have that, poor people can't have that. Even though it's the HDC money, let me put it in a cabalist hand and let him and his wife sell it. But come and see what Powder Magazine and Shakonia Gardens and all of this that they build. You know what they build that for? To put voters in. Morgan Job telling you all, since the 80s, the PNM exists on one thing: keep black people poor and dependent and voting for 10 days and a handout and a hopeful house so that they could get into power and steal money. That's it. That is the legacy and the purpose of the People's National Movement, and that is your government today. And you have a jackass, Keith Rowley, King Liar. You have a jackass, Keith Rowley, King Liar, as a Prime Minister. A disgusting man, in bright light and in pure darkness, same way. And that's your Prime Minister. Disgusting. He's a shame. He's an embarrassment. Donald Trump should be beatified compared to that nasty man who's your Prime Minister, who show up after election with 2 grown children that he lied for years. He lied for years and say he only had 2 daughters. 2 big men show up after that should be going for therapy because he make them lie for years. Who is your daddy? Who is your daddy? Hide that. Hide that. That nasty, stinking liar is your Prime Minister. This is your country. When you look right, if you only look to the other side of the parliament, if you only look across the aisle at the obscenity, the grotesque banditry that is the rump of the UNC, a man telling me today how Vasant Bharat cleaning up his reputation and he positioning himself. What the ass you mean by positioning himself? You had opportunities under Pandey. You had opportunities under Kamla. You made an ass of all of those opportunities. What you going to position yourself as now? What? And the UNC people who want to bash PNM people for doing the same thing that UNC people doing want to gimme talk. And we have a country that we could save. We cannot speak honestly. We cannot protest honestly. We cannot be a real democracy. Eric Williams set up a socialist state, created it so that high-class bandits could forever rape this country and feast on it like hyenas and kobos. That's what Eric Williams set up. Black people had to march in this country in the 70s. They had to shut the country down and get violent. You know what? People had to die. We will never know. Just so that black people could get promoted to supervisory positions in things like banks and insurance companies, so that they could own property and live large. All that you see, Morpha, Beatam, Lavantel, and Silots, that is the legacy of the People's National Movement. Go down Caranage. If you're brave, go in the morning. Bandits don't wake up early. Go in the morning. Go Abi Pujar and Big Yard. Now, sorry, there are plenty bandit in there. And you know why there's bandit? Because it's a bandit land. And they've seen on top, crime pays. In Trinidad and Tobago, crime pays. We have criminal lawyers. We have criminal accounting companies. PricewaterhouseCoopers. Why they still have a charter in this country when an entire commission of inquiry said that they published fiction to defraud the nation for Clico and CL Financial, and they're still in business getting government briefs. Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Trinidad and Tobago, the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic. And I could say all these things. I could say all these things. They want to sue me. They want to kill me. They want to shut me up, shut me down. They want all of that. And I could say all of these things, and it don't matter one ass. Not one. Because if the people of Trinidad and Tobago using this for entertainment on an evening, because I will run out of time and run out of patience, and I'll give up. I'll say I'm not going nowhere and getting nowhere, and I'll stop. I'm not doing this for props, pips, likes, shares, numbers. Don't call me on the phone. Don't send me prayers. Don't give me memes. I don't care about none of that. If what I say touch you at all, turn around. Face the other way. Get involved. Help save this country. Help save the country. Don't send me roses and love-ups and all that bullshit. I don't answer that. I don't want that. I'm not doing this for that. I'm not like the rest of them. I'm not in this for girls. I'm not gallus. I've had those days. A big man now. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, we allow this to happen. We defend foolishness. We do this. It is because of us. We get a position over other people. I'm in a bank today, and the woman 2 places in front, a man come in and she said she was holding a place for him. I said, but ma'am, it doesn't work that way in a real civilized world. You can't just hold a place for somebody else in a line. But I let it go. But that's who we are. We are people that just cannot handle power, any kind of power. Once we have it, is to rape it, thief it, eat it, steal it, take it. We can mine it, look after it, protect it, and pass it on. That's not us. That's not us. She could have give him a bounce, a hug, a kiss, and let him go to the back of the line. But we only know advantage. That's what we've been taught. That's what we've been taught. The fact that Johnny O'Halloran was allowed to die in his bed and not in a jail cell is the legacy of this country. The rapist that buggered and killed Akil Chambers, that never ever had to. Sean Luke case, 12 years, they ain't ready. They're still not ready. They're still not ready. They will never be ready. This is the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic. You all need to understand that everything doesn't work. Nothing works. I'm hearing the Archbishop want to run for elections in St. Joseph. I mean, what clusterfuckery is that? This is a country where nothing makes sense. Herbert Volney stepped down as a judge to be a member of parliament, and then make a mess of being a member of parliament and his reputation of ever being a judge. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, it's Friday evening. Avenue can be packed and pumping. Check it. St. James, Chaguanas, wherever people are, man, they out there. You have a $20, go and buy, drink, lime. They know how to deal with we. They know how to program we. The real intelligent people in Trinidad and Tobago, they tell me all the time, Philip, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. The politicians in the UNC and the PNM believe Trinidadians stupid. Right now, they have a whole big plan to rebuild the Congress of the People, and they're bringing back has-beens, never was, and want-to-be's. So when they call me, I say, no, thank you. I'm none of the above. None of the above. I have zero interest in all of that. We form a party, the Progressive Empowerment Party. We come to tell you, things could fix. It could fix. You don't vote for us. You could vote for shit. You could choose shit. We choose shit every election. We choose between two types of shit. But that's what you do. And the UNC people who support that party, that know what that party and those characters stand for, they're equally dirty and nasty as the people who support the PNM. And that is we. Look, we. I remember seeing somebody had hold up a banner when Trinidad had qualified to go to Germany, and it said, Germany, look, we. And I said, I'll never forget that. Look, we. But that is not we, you know. We don't care. We selfish. We dirty. We nasty. Once we could benefit, once we in front the line, and we could take all and go, chow with the people behind. That is we. That is the look we. I reading a man, I just had to unfriend him. He talking about how nice inside CNC3 do it and chain them up. Chain them up, Shelly, that's on them, give all chain up. Go with that. Look, food doggy, run with that. They take them inside the Couva Hospital and they say, look how good it looking. Why are we not opening it? Because you have no staff. You have no ability to run it. What Kamala was supposed to do was spend that money to fix the other hospitals first. You can't build a Couva Children's Hospital and let the Port of Spain General Hospital collapse. But I don't have to tell Kamala what she's supposed to know how to do. Kamala and all of her advisors trolling this wall. I hear Kamala telling Keith Rowley, fire yourself. Kamala, I'm going to send you a bill, you know. I'll send you a bill. Because like Rodney Charles and Barry Padarat and all the rest of these jackass clowns that you have as your communications team can't give you an original thought. So you have to use mine. I'll send you a bill. I'll send you a bill. Yeah? But it's the truth. And you all don't want to hear the truth. Because if you're UNC and a bad talking to UNC, fuck away with he. I hear them. I hear them. I wrong too long. Involved in this too long to come to you and lie to you. I am 50 years old. I know I don't look so old, but I am. I'm 50 years old. And I have about a good decade left. I don't want to waste it fighting behind this bullshit. I tell people all the time, you think I ever wanted to go and sit down in that parliament and argue with Imbert and Warner and Roberts, the kind of characters you all put there? There is nothing high thinking in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago. There's no conversation I have ever heard. I remember once Renee Cummins did a show and she had Peter Minchell, Sprang Alang, Tony Hall, Mangal Patasa, those four. And the conversation that they had for 2 hours on TV, I said, well, Jesus Christ, we're capable. We're capable. We have original ideas, we have thoughts, we have abilities, we have plans. Gary Marshall saying, but Philip, you was a UNC. No, Gary Marshall, I was never a UNC. I was Gary Griffith's communication advisor. And they gave that boy, Gary Griffith, pressure every single day to fire me. Because besides being his communications advisor, I was still an independent social and political activist. Gary Marshall, I am the one who used to tear the UNC a new asshole every Monday morning. So when Vasant and Jerry Hardy thought it was a nice idea to plaster Kamala face all over Trinidad and Tobago on billboards, I say, no, that is not what taxpayer dollars is for. Fuad Khan calling on CNC3 when I sit down there with Akash Samaru to say, if KFC could deliver chicken in 30 minutes and the ambulance reach in 30 minutes, what's the problem? That jackass Fuad Khan, that is immortalized, carved in stone, recorded forever. The length of time it takes. We were talking about a Rasta man who died on the pavement in view of the San Fernando Hospital, waiting for an ambulance from Global Medical Response Trinidad and Tobago, who's suing me right now to shut me up. This is the jackassery of the conundrum of this country. That it is easier to shut up the people than it is to account for wrongdoing. And I have asked, how does that contract still exist when so many people have died waiting on ambulances and so many people in the parliament, it's there, asking about it? So I sit down with Keith Rowley and David Abdullah but I went with my shirt mark enough. when I marched against Section 34. I was not PNM then, and I was not UNC then. Listen, the reality is, this don't even have anything to do with me. This have to do with you and we. Because if we don't stop this bullshit, I mean, Gary Marshall, I never met him in real life, I don't think. But he's a big man, and he will come on this thread for this conversation to say, but Philip, you was a UNC. Trolled and done, deflected, misdirected, distracted, turn the conversation away from intelligence. Let's go down bullshit boulevard. That's what they're for. Inshan Ishmael is paid to take you on a guided tour down bullshit boulevard. That's what he is. That's his job. Dane Wilson, he is a senior advisor to the commissioner of bullshit boulevard. These people, Alan Karim is the UNC member of bullshit boulevard. And that's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they do. And that's what they consider politics. Seize it, grab it, take it, rape it. There we go. Yeah? The happiest Trinidadians have left Trinidad. And that is so sad. Their children are thriving. I watch them. Friends. Their children, sport. We've never, ask Atto Bolden, if it wasn't for America, if Trinidad would ever have anything like a gold medal. Ask Atto Bolden. Ask him. Ask Atto. He will tell you. As the hardest working sportsman in this country history, I show. Ask Trinidad footballers. Ask Trinidad footballers if they had anywhere to go if it wasn't for England. Ask them. If West Ham didn't come and buy Dwight York, he's still kicking ball in Tobago. Tobago. Nothing good has come out of this country. Nothing that we've done on our own. Somebody else get credit. Somebody else do it. Somebody at school, some other college, some other institution outside of Trinidad and Tobago. Check it. Go and check it. If I lie, show me where I lie. Show me where I lie. This country, so rich that our university should be the pride and joy of the Western Hemisphere. Do you all know that at a time we were counted as the 4th richest nation in the world? We had the largest oil refinery on planet Earth. This country was the #1 producer of high quality cocoa. Now we're the #1 producer of high quality cocaine. This is what we are. This is who we are. And when you look at each other, when somebody takes a turn down bullshit boulevard, say, drive up on me out here. I didn't come for a drive down bullshit boulevard. Don't tell me about UNC and PNM. Miss me with that bullshit. Miss me with that. Because I am fed up of looking at these little stink and dirty people that pretend that they're successful when all they are is crooks and criminals, and we let it happen. We are yet, my good friend, I had to fall out because she had to go and defend Brian Lara because that's where she eating now, and she had to defend that. Defend that. But Brian Lara sacrificed all of his integrity, any ethics that he had, to stand with his PNM, and he know why. He take a gamble. He know why. Brian Stinkmouth Manning bad talking me all over Trinidad and Tobago. Why? Because I tell Trinidad and Tobago when his father was in office that his father was a crook. And he was a failure. He failed to lead this nation. He took money that could have gone into Morvan, Beetham, Lavantel and Sealots and rescue those people and right-size them and get them alive. So the bandits who bringing in cocaine would have to import laborers because our people would have had a life. But our people don't have a life. So when the pirogue full of coke coming in, you could go up John Street and Cocorite and pull them down and take a risk down the islands. So 9 little boys in jail for life. That if you add them up, you can't get $500,000. But they're in jail for life for $604 million in cocaine held on Monas Island down the islands. This is not a real country. Today, a promoter from Carnage held with $1.1 million, the Stupid Express put 1.1 billion. It's 1.1 million because 1.1 billion dollars can't fit in a suitcase. You need boxes of containers of juice out of the juice factory for billions of dollars of cocaine. We'll come back to that. But Mr. Gentleman, he's a promoter. We know his name, we know his address, we know his profession. But when they catch $600 million in Norfolk, Virginia, that have no shipper, no owner, no consigner, nobody went to the juice factory, opened the gate, nobody opened the door, nobody turned on the lights, nobody turned on the equipment, nobody put the cocaine into the system and pack it in the cans and the boxes. Nobody did that. Nobody didn't sign out when they was leaving. Nobody didn't switch back off and lock down and switch off. Nothing. Nobody did that. And your Attorney General stood up in the Parliament and said that the people who shipped this cocaine used a defunct company, so there is no way to trace. But since 9/11, nothing goes into America, nothing, without them getting a peek up your colon. But this is not a real country. In this country, a fake company could ship $600 million worth of cocaine to nobody. There was nobody on the other end. You see, there was no consignor and there was no consignee. So that could have been a nuclear bomb. Trinidad could have bombed America because clearly we're capable. Because we can get it through. Yeah? Canada and Virginia. They don't want to hear me talk about that. They don't want to hear me talk about that. Because when you talk about that, they could pull up alongside you on a Friday night at minutes to midnight when the avenue pumping on a one-way street and pull you aside as a senior prosecutor and riddle you with bullets and kill you dead. And nobody in this country knew how to shut down Trinidad and Tobago. But go and see Manchester now. They know that boy in seam length. 2 days later, go Manchester. You should have go Boston. Before the race done, they had people in custody. All man, jail or dead. But we didn't know how to shut it down. Because the gimmicks had to get done and the stories had to get put straight. So we end up with some people on trial. Add nothing. Take nothing from it. Because I don't know. But I know if I was the Minister of National Security that night, nothing was leaving Woodbrook 1 minute after that. Because they knew. They knew. Trinidad easy to cut off. You could cut Trinidad off from Eastern Main Road, Beetham Highway, Lady Young Road, Morva. Close those 3 roads. Helicopters in the sky, Coast Guard in the sea. And start concentric circles, ever widening. You ever see how they do it? 2 miles, 3 miles. If 2 hours pass, 1 mile. If 3 hours pass, 2 miles. If 4 hours pass, you knock on every single door. And there were cameras and there was footage. Why we didn't access that? We spent hundreds of millions of dollars putting in cameras all over this country, but they had no film, they had no battery, they had no line, they had no footage. This is the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. And come 2020, all this I talk and all that you know, Balize crew going and line up and vote, red and ready or some other bullshit nonsense. They come and wind up and chain up your mind and put in your head. And the yellow and steady crew, same shit. Yeah? Same shit. We have a port that loses money every year for 50 years. Singapore only does port. That's all they do. Biggest port in the world. Go and check it. We have a port that loses money. Touch it now. See if they ain't kill you dead. Because it ain't losing money because they're doing the business bad. It losing money because they're thieving. Hands down. Bribe. You can't get water in parts of this country without paying a bribe. You can't get your birth certificate right now. Put something, leave something on the clipboard now. Put something on the clipboard. It will speed up fast. Licensing office. If you ever wanted to take people to school to teach them how to be corrupt, get them a weekend licensing office to work. Work here. You come out of this seasoned. We know that. All of we know that. I am 50 years old. When I went to get my driver's permit at 17, I knew then it was $400 if you didn't want to do the test. I knew that then. I am 50. That's 33 years. I drive in. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. Diversify from oil. You know any way better to thief money from this country than that oil industry? Anyway. Anyway. I don't know how this ended up taking so long. I just came to chat, and I talked too long. You're not fed up? There's not more I can add, you know. There's not more I can add. These videos, they're gonna stop. There's not more I can add. I can't go and stand up outside the Prime Minister's house again by myself as a cat. My mother didn't make no stupid children. All bright. All bright. I, as a cat, to go and stand up outside Rowley office by myself. What will it take for Trinidadians to put their own selfishness aside and stand up for this country? What? When the wolf reach by the door, you know what they do? They send me messages. Get WhatsApp. Boy, Philip, boy, yeah, this, look what's going on and so and so. What are you supposed to do with that? The power of the pack is the whole pack. But you silent and you're holding your corner and you're eating until shit reach by you. And then you want to come and find me? That woman, I never watched the video Samuel Stafford help me. If Samuel is a jackass and born to take chain up, go and help. Trinidadians have to come outside of their comfort zone right now and stand up. And until that happens, nothing changing. Lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit, death threat after death threat after death threat, are fighting our whole cabal right now. Like a jackass. My mother want to know, out of all of my children, you have to be a jackass. You're nice, you're good looking, you could have married somebody's daughter and go and run a business. My father tell me that. What to do? What to do? Every year after the SCA, certain people, well-heeled people, go and make sure that their children get into certain prestige schools and the others also rank. 20% of the children who do SCA not really doing an exam, then just passing through a system. We know that, you know that, I know that. The disproportionate racist statistics in Holy Name, St. Joseph, St. Mary's and presentation tells you that. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to say, wait a minute, the lighter your skin, the brighter your brain. No. But we never had to fix the education system because it takes a bribe. It takes a bribe. It takes a bribe. All y'all who tell me call the date and we're going out, don't wait on me. Make your sign, go outside, protest now. And all those who messaging me to come and look for me to come and save them. Yeah? Saturday. Y'all have a test tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Pull up, show up, join. Add yourself. Say I want to help. I come in to join. I come in to help. Look some money. Look some help. I come in to be on your executive or your steering committee. I'm a graphic artist. I'm a web builder. I'm a political scientist. I'm a communication specialist. Come and bring yourself and say, because after this, what's the point? What's the point? To come and ask or live for $10 and help we? I'm not doing this for money. I'm taking all my jam and paying my bills myself. Paying my bills myself. The couple people who send a little help, thank you very much. I don't come on this every night and beg. You all know. Everybody know that this takes time. This takes effort. You know to help. You know to help. And if you're not helping, what I tell you? I could be a jackass for long. I want to be remembered as somebody who made a difference, who tried. But at some point, the genes, the intelligence will tell me, Phil, leave the kobos and the hyenas to rape the stupid and the unintelligent and the people who just don't care. So when they called us a crab in the barrel 9 days, people, they knew exactly what they were saying. Because you all don't remember what Rohan said and Andu, and you all don't remember what TSTT just did with Digicel, with Massey. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And if something else happened, Daryl Smith distract you from Shamfa, and something will come and distract you from Daryl Smith, and CNC3 and TV6, paid political prostitutes that they are, they will do their part. They will do their part. Yeah? Franco say, I think Philip need a hug. I just need to see my people willing to stand up. I'm serious. They say a former political party, they resign as political leader. I wanted to show I'm not in this for power. On the 17th of January 2018, I'll make myself available. If they vote for me, well then. So I don't want to be interim, and I don't want to, they were saying, oh, he make himself a political leader. Screw all of them, I resign. And I'm still here working harder than all. They have no politician in this country on either side that could debate me on any issue. Why I not inside those parties, filling my own pockets, squirreling it away in Panama and Liechtenstein and Germany and Aruba and Curacao? Why not doing that? And yet, they have jackasses who went big school who saying he only doing that so he can get the government so he can thief too. You all know how hard this journey is, the mountain in front of us. The mountain in front of us, and we have to deal with jackasses like that, who brain on stun at the best of times. We gotta deal with this. We gotta deal with this. Anyway. You know what? We'll call it a night. Sorry for disturbing your Friday, because normally we'd want to, it starts off so good, so easy going. But the reality cannot escape us. And if Monday evening, 8 o'clock, they have no video, it's because what happened Saturday at noon. Because if 2,000 people don't come out Saturday at noon, I know I fail, and I will take that failure, wear it as a badge of honor, go my way. I will go my way. 12 noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue, Port of Spain. You care about Trinidad, you like what we're saying, you want to be a part of it, you want to come out of your voice? Come on. Yeah? Enjoy the rest of your evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Stay safe.